Hey guys, Carrie Lee from Wrap Your Head Around Silks here. Welcome to the Expecting Aerialist podcast. As many of you know, I'm an aerialist and also a new mom. I have a 15-month girl. She's here with me right now. You might hear her oohing and cooing as I talk to you guys. So I've wanted to start a conversation about how our aerial lifestyles intersect with pregnancy and motherhood ever since I was expecting. And ever since then, it's been bouncing around my head. What is this going to be, this Expecting Aerialist? And recently, I came to the conclusion that it needs to be a podcast versus a blog or an article, because I don't really consider myself the expert. I'm not an OBGYN, I'm not a physical therapist, I'm not a doula, and I don't claim to be an expert in having babies or even being a mom. It's my first time having a kid, and I'm just figuring it out as I go. And I feel like a podcast is a really great medium to facilitate, curate, and pull together resources and people and great ideas about a topic. And I do feel like I am equipped to do that. There's just not enough information out there for women like us, and because of that, it can feel really lonely. And I don't want us to feel that way. I want us to feel supported and loved and not alone out there. And so even if you're an aerialist in Canada or in China, across the world, in Australia, you can connect to people like me who live here on the west coast of the United States or in South America or whatever. And we can find the people that we have, common lifestyle with and have conversations. A very common story I hear from women is that they go in for their 6-week postpartum checkup with their OBGYN, and their doctor says, okay, you're all good to work out again. Great. But there's about 100 questions after that. Can I invert? Can I bring my knees into my chest? When can I safely climb a fabric? There are just so many questions because what we do is very specific, and there's a lot of exercises that you could do all the way from the beginning step of just diaphragmatic breathing, laying on your back on the floor and getting your pelvic floor to contract and release, all the way to doing, 10 straddle inversions for conditioning. And I really feel like most of us have just had to figure it out on our own. I'm lucky because I live in a big city and I have the resources of a lot of women around me who are both aerialists and moms. And so I wanted to make that community bigger and share and pull the people together who have gone through this so that women out there who might be in smaller aerial communities or not even a community at all and just training on their own can have access to this information. I would love for you to join me in this process by emailing me and suggesting anything you'd like to hear about. I'm going to be bringing you interviews with other aerial mamas, starting with my good friends that live here in LA and Las Vegas. We're going to talk about everything from C-section recovery, pre- and postnatal training, breastfeeding and how it affects our training, and everything about life as an aerialist and momming. I'll also be bringing our resident physical therapist and pelvic floor specialist, Dr. April Douglas, to the podcast now and then. She is an amazing physical therapist And what sets her apart is she's just so good at articulating information and making it digestible. And she has this awesome talent of being able to connect physical therapy and what she does with our sports-specific needs. She's an amazing woman, and she'll be on the pod to talk about who can even pronounce this? Diastasis recti, pelvic floor dysfunction, pain during sex, after having a baby, and so many other topics that are relevant to our population. So I'll leave you for now, but I'm so excited to start this podcast and really connect to you guys all over the world. Until next time, see you later.
Open arms, come to me, stand alone.